Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and those who do not wish to specify. Hope you're all feeling well at the moment and had a good weekend. But we are back with another stream, beginning of the week here. So yes, for those who tuned in last stream, we did say that we were going to be doing some liveries today, and I've decided to pick one which is a bit of a touchy topic, specifically within kind of the F1 field here, and it is the new Ferrari livery for Formula 1 for the 2026 season. Now, for those of you who have been with the stream long enough, you know, sorry as I crack open a soft drink. My goodness. I'm not a Ferrari fan. I have been a solid McLaren fan since the days of Coulthard and Hakkinen. Gone through the dark days of when we weren't that good to our resurgence back to the front thanks to Lando Norris as of last season. Good afternoon, Elliot. Thank you very much for dropping in. Hope you are good. So yes, as you can see here by the lovely, I think we've got Azabeth here in the top right hand corner. This is kind of an example of what the livery kind of looks like, and those that obviously are happy to, let me just quickly change over to a bigger screen for you here. This is kind of what the Ferrari livery looks like at the moment. I understand what they were going for here, which was kind of a pull back to the old Ferrari days. Back we had Niki Lauda with the white tops and the red. Obviously, it's because they're trying to appease their title sponsor, HP. I feel, and this is my opinion, I can be wrong in other people's eyes, that's fine, but in my opinion, this is awful. It looks like a pigeon has pooped on it from a height, and then they've gone, that'll do. So I'm going to try and do my own interpretation of a Ferrari livery, which I still think is quite funny because I'm not a fan of Ferrari doing a Ferrari livery. The difference being is this is, I understand why Ferrari is red, Italian racing red, I always get that as well, but I've always felt that Ferrari have missed a trick. For me, with Ferrari, I think, just stick with me on this one because this is what we're doing tonight. I think that Ferrari would look best with a bright yellow livery with a bit of red. I've always thought yellow Ferraris do actually look lovely. So that's what we're going to try and do tonight. So at the moment we have got myself a super formula, as we don't have Formula 1 cars in GT7. And we are going to make a yellow Ferrari. Now, cue all the Ferrari fans that are going to be like, you're desecrating this. What are you doing? This is such a stupid idea. Well, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's go with it. Let's go with the flow and see what we can do here. But yeah, that's the plan. We are making a yellow Ferrari this evening. Let's go. So let's take the FlynSolo livery off. Livery editor, open the design. Now the other reason why is also if, let's see if I can get another screen as well. What I might try. Creative livery, let's do from new design. If I can get up. Sorry, I'm now fighting my computer. There you go. This one. There we go. Currently on a 3-stream streak. I've just spotted you've got a streak there. Thank you very much, Elliot, for joining for the 3rd time. Very nice indeed. Right, now I've got that sorted. Let's see if I can now quickly add in, would it let me do a window capture? Window. Free, why not? Select the window. There we go. So let's get that up here. Okay. You'll see what I'm doing in just a moment. He hopes. Okie dokie, right. With that, fade across. There we go. So that's the one that we're going to try and imitate. But we're going to, first of all, let's get us into... Right, actually, before we even get this far, we need to close out. Yes, we're going to lose all the thing that we've lost. It's fine. Let's do a bit of shopping first. I could have probably organised this from the stream, but I literally decided on this.
Good evening, ladies and gents.
Hello.
How are we doing, boys and girls? And those who do not wish to specify, we are back with another stream here on FlynSoloPresents. Hello, everybody. How are we doing? So,
what is going on here?
To the channel,
that's my voice from a previous stream. Goodness. Try that again, shall we? Beautiful. Right. Do not know what happened there. That's to streamer management. Ugh. Right, enough of that. Right, all the tech stuff is happening. So we've got that now sorted. So, where were we? We were going to... We get paint from, is it here? Got customization. I feel like I've come out too far now. We are going to look over paint colours. That's it. So, real car paint. That's what we're going for. There we go. And manufacturer, let's find Ferrari. If we're going to do a Ferrari in yellow, we will do it in Ferrari yellow. Now there's going to be quite a few yellows, isn't there? Now there is a certain yellow that I'm looking for. I think, yeah, that's it. It's the Modena one. That's what we want. We're going to go for the Modena, livery editor, create design, brand new, beautiful. Moving that across here. Right, so first of all, paint, body, yes. Special colours. Real paint colours. Still a little bit darker, but I'm going to stick with it. Oh, there we go, we've got this. Which will be nice. Now, figure out what we're going to do this for. So I think we're happy with that. But what I might do is side mirrors. I bet I don't have a red. That's... Oh my goodness me. Right. Let's just go back here. Back. Again, right. We need to buy more paint. We need to buy more paint. Out. Paint. Real cow paint. Back to Ferrari. We need a decent red. Rosso Corsa. It's got to be, yeah, Rosso Corsa. Don't know. Rosso Scuderia. That's what we want. There we go. Right. Let's just hope that's all we need. Let's get this thing created. My goodness. Create a new design. Looks like gold. It's a little bit like gold, but we don't want to go too goldy, but not too yellowy, if that makes any sense, because we're still going real colours. So I'm also taking a bit of inspiration from a sci-fi book that I read many moons ago. No, that's okay. What's body 2? This will be interesting. No, that is not going with what I want to go with here. So, first of all, let's sort out the elephant in the room. We've got a nice yellow here. Not sure if I want to change that yellow up just yet, but I might do. So, first of all, I'm thinking I need to worry about the wheels. They will stay black. Let's sort out the HP sign. So before we get too far into it, let's now go to decals. Because in a sense, I am going to take their idea. I want to try and see if I can keep at least some symbolism with it at all. Hang on a minute. Not that though. Because what I want to do is... There we go. So do that. We want that first. First of all, we need to... That's fine. We need to then bring it in. Bring it back. Elongate it a bit as well. I'm kind of doing this design on the fly. I have an inkling of what I'd like to do, but a little bit too. That will do, I think. Right, insert doing, we then need to go to content. Let's find a HP logo. Not too hard. Boom. There we go, we've got that there. And then we can duplicate on the opposite side. Ooh, why is it doing it in such an ugly way? The joys of... You know what? This is the joys of working with this livery design here. I'm going to bring this a bit further in. Does that create any more havoc on the other side? Right, let's first of all then just delete this. Go back to where we were. Content search, history, HP. Oh, we could use the stencil instead. That would work. Yeah, with a nice wrap around the outside, that would be a bit nicer. Oh boy, right, that's huge. And very pixelated. That will look fine though. If I then drop that the other side, and we will sort out these markings either way. But either way, look, we've now sorted out that. That isn't as horrific. I'm kind of going with like the Duracell battery on the Williams kind of style. So what I might now do as well is just check out some of the other logos that we've got. I want to put more of a base colour in before I start putting in logos, but I think that in my opinion looks a lot nicer. What I might also do is whilst I'm here, we go. Pop that in there. And then move the layer. Oh, no, no, no. Don't duplicate it. We don't need more white. There we go. That looks okay so far. Now, the next thing we need to now do is sort out some striping, which is going to be an interesting one here. Fine. Striping. We need a pattern, I think. Once potentially. So let's go with. Joys of trying to do a livery on the fly. I should have really researched this, but I do have a plan. I promise you that. So let's go with. Maybe not that. Let's go with that. Now that's on there like so. However, what we need to do is... No, need it down. That's what we need. We need it that way around. Right, first of all, and then we make it big. As big as we possibly can. Might involve multiples. Sure. That's as close as we're going to get there, I think. So let's get that. Get this small. Well, this thinks it's going to look ugly before it gets better. That's the problem. Again, we might need to. This is giving me what I want at the moment. So what I also need to do now is get that one, duplicate, finish, and then get that one, and then change it to. At the right black, not as I wanted it. There we go. I'm getting there, slowly but surely. I've got to remember the same one I used, which was that. I know what I've also done as well. I've started on the wrong flipping side, but let's commit, shall we? Sorry as I speed through this as quickly as possible. But hopefully you'll start to see what I'm kind of getting at here. Do 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 do. Get a bit further down here. Ugh, this is getting tricky already for what I want to do. Right, so I don't get frustrated, we've got the idea here. So we've got a kind of a stripe going along here as well. You know what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to brand logos. Let's get a shell logo in here. Let's get some of the logos in place so we try and copy the same setup they've got here. There we go. So we've got that there. I'm gonna keep these high because we're going to make other stuff low later. So add that out. Looks cool so far. It's getting there. Like I said, there's a lot of moving parts to it there. So let's then look for Puma, because that is going to be boo. Okay. It won't let me skew. Okay, right. So we have to go with a can't go with the standard, we've got to go find a Puma logo. There we go, that's what we want. Is then there. And that will duplicate symmetrically on the other side. Haha! Right, so there we are. And with that, let's go and find the receiver one. Receiver, isn't it? Yeah. Let's go with the receiver logistics one. Now this is all white, but as planned for this. Alright, duplicate some. No, opposite side. We don't want that one symmetrical. Finish that edit there. Gonna go over to here. We need universal credit. Not universal credit, that's a UK thing. Unicredit. Let's go with... Yeah, let's just go with that one. Now, this is where... There we go. We're actually going to do this. Racing decals. Seriously, they've done another shell logo there. Duplicate on opposite side, that's fine. There we go. And duplicate that on opposite side. Oh, the joys of decals. Right. Because I'd be really intrigued to see how they actually do liveries. Do they put all the sponsors in place first and then design around it? Or I don't know. Let's just take that there, but we're going to pop that here. Slight movement of the options we've got there. Duplicate on opposite side. Just realised we need to go down and get Unicredit. Duplicate that on the opposite side as well. Let's duplicate this symmetrically. Okay, done. Okay. Not exactly what I wanted, to be honest, at the moment, but we get in there. Right, all the side stuff's pretty much done. How do they... Whereas I just quickly zoom in. That did not help at all. Oh, there's other pictures. Unhelpful. Okay, right. That might be actually helpful if we do that at the front first. So if we then head here, right at the tippy tip here. Here. we will need to go to Ferrari. It is that one. Go. And we need a different Unicredit. We need similar to that one, but not that one. I need I think let's go with this one. Cool. Genesis, brilliant. Right, this is the hunt for the frick. Luckily, we've got quite a few F1 fans on GT7. A lot of these are already with us. Okay. Genesis. Yeah. Oh boy. Right. What we're looking for, but that's not the ones that unhelpful. We get this one. Yes, excellent. Right, that's what we want then. With some of these though, I think we may need to change these to black, but let's just get them in place first. So you've got Genesis, then we need Pirelli. See, I'm not sure if there's ever been a yellow Ferrari. That's my biggest question there. I spelled Pirelli wrong. Yes. There we go. And we want that one. Perfect. Place that on top. I didn't even know Whoop sponsored these guys. So we then got Whoop. If that will change colour for us. Yes. And on to Bing X. Luckily this is all going to be in my history now, so I need these again. It won't be too much of an issue. Bosh. Exactly what we needed. We then need IBM. Yep. Excellent. Narrow that down to here. Love it. Right. Put that on top. Then get the shell logo where it needs to be, about here. Nice big shell logo. There we go, and then we need the number. Now, as I'm not going to do a Charles Leclerc or a I'm not going to do a Charles Leclerc or a Lewis Hamilton. As this is going to be a Flynn Solos, I am going to put my number on there. we're going to go with my race number. If I ever raced professionally, I'd want to have 24. There we go. Am I running out of space here? Sin. Whatever that is. I'll do that. Get Sin on there and then Bit Defender. I feel like I should probably be saving this to go. Well, let's just keep it in black for the moment. Also, that needs to move up a lot more. That there, and then we can then put the Sin one in. Z Y N. Yep. Just gonna have a look at it in the black. I feel like, yeah, I think the black's gonna look a lot nicer. In a sense, I'm kind of going with a bit of a one of my sci-fi books. It was a racing car, which was like a black. Well, it was a black and gold and yellow. I'm trying to go with that vibe, but try and push a bit more Ferrariism in there as well. We've got that in place there. I think if I'm correct as well, the one at the top here is Peroni Zero. That's the one. Let's go with a slightly bigger one here. Turn it around. Perfect. I wonder if it will let me do it on here, but hopefully. Oh. HP. Interesting, right. What happens if we go on to other? What is the betting that this is going to be the other? There we go. In so doing, if we then come back out of decals and go to paint body. Oh, it's the sides there as well. Oh, that will be perfect because we're going to stick with the black. Yes, look at that. I'm already really chuffed with that already. Nice rear wing. I'll switch to black as well. Okay, okay. Perfect. Okay. This is starting to take shape now. A little bit. Probably I need to get that sorted before I do anything. Right, let's go back to the decals. The black really has made it pop now. The problem that we have here is I need to need a specific shape, and I don't think it's going to have it. I also need to be starting on this side. Everything is always set to that side. And duplicate again. No, that's not how we want to do it. Finish editing. Delete. Delete. We need to then add in another shape, which I think will have to be triangle. A triangle for me. Alright, and then we duplicate that again. Sorry, I'm talking because I'm concentrating. Not talking because I'm concentrating. It's still not giving me what I want at the moment. But I feel like that's gonna... move this down just to see how it will look now with... There we go, right. Weirdly, I feel like I need less red. I also now need to readjust everything else. You know what? Let's just try this. Duplicate. Switch this to black. And then this, duplicate, switch to black. Well, yeah, I'm feeling that. I'm feeling definitely. Right, back into here. And then we need to scroll down and we need to grab the logos and just move them a touch. No, not that one. Oh, I think we may need to readjust the triangle there. There we go, and then up we go. Perfect, right, and so doing, if we then duplicate symmetrically, do this, okay. Alright, let's now look, we've got that side like that, or like that. I still think the black's better, I think. Before we do that, let's readjust all of these. I can try and do a comparison later. Or now. We'll leave that for the moment. Alright, what we're going to do now is we're going to switch the rear wing, which is, I think, literally just 2 HP logos and then V-Power and Peroni either side. So, we just HP, boom, let's grab that. Import, really. The problem we're going to have here is anytime you do anything on this, it will get V-Power up if we can. V-Power, there we go. And we need V-Power with the shell logo in white. That one? Yeah. Oh, hang on a minute. This is other. So we should actually be fine. Obviously, this is on a Super Formula car, which is slightly different, but open wheel is open wheel. So let's grab that. There we go. Duplicate on opposite. Done. And do we still have Peroni on the history? We do. Grab that. Be there. Duplicate on the opposite. And that is done. The only thing I'm probably going to do here is a teensiest bit of flavour here. Ferrari, that's what I want. Shouldn't affect it too much. Excellent. Good, good. Am I missing anything? I've nearly basically done all the logos and some design along the way. Still need to sort out this striping. I'm still not happy with it. First of all, as well, I think. See if I can do some patching with this. This is going to be hard. Dang it. I think you can see it from afar. No! Boo! Right. Yeah, you can't see it. That's the best thing I can do. Duplicate symmetrically and it covers up the rubbish. Oh. Go. Still need to get IBM and inside there as well. We've got Unicredit, which is good. Alright, let's go back to... we need to do the front wing as well. If I'm correct, is got that there. And it's literally Ray-Bans, V-Power and HP. So let's scroll down. Yeah, Ray-Bans, HP and V-Power. There we go. Oh, hang on a minute. We've got another hidden one. No, not my items. Right. History, HP, go. On the top wing right at the side there. So if we get that. Bosh. Now we go for the V power. And scroll down just to double check. Yeah, it is with the logo as well. Get to follow the actual lines. Duplicate on opposite. Then it's Ray-Bans. I think it's a double N. We'll go with a double N. We'll see what happens. Is that what we want, though? I think it is. Ray-Ban. Not Ray-Bans. There we go. Am I just getting this wrong? Hello. I've got another Ray-Ban option here. I'll just type in Ferrari. That's the sponsor pack one, but that's the wrong one. Luckily, that would have been a lot more helpful for me. Come on. Give us Ray-Bans anywhere. Just type in sunglasses and see if it'll come through. Ray-Ban. Oh, it's Ray-Ban. Okay, right. No double N. Ray-Ban. But it's just that. There we go. Right. We want... Go with the red, though. That will give us a little splash of red, actually. Yeah, I like that. Duplicate on the opposite. There we go. What happens if we change body to... There we go. Granted, this is more and more looking like a Renault, but this is what I kind of wanted to go for. Tough. It's getting there, slowly but surely. Is what I've literally just done. But much black now, I think. If I do what I'm thinking of doing. That, and you duplicate. Okay. It's kind of where I want it to be. I also want to go plumb here. Content, grey, grey ban. Ugh. Boo. Okay, we're getting there slowly but surely. Are we happy with this? Yes or no? I don't think we are. But we are getting close to what we want, I think. Alright, that's what we want there. And we want duplicate. There. And change that to black. We then do Oh, come on, I need to make a decision on this. I'm going to have to patch this all the way down. There we go. Slide that in there. Okay. So play and then go back onto this one and just duplicate. Kinda like it. Oh, hang on a minute. If I duplicate it again. Yes. Starting to like that a bit now. Granted, I just realised this is just the German flag I put on an Italian car, but I'm happy with that, I think. I haven't decided on this yet. Right, we'll still umming and ahhing about that. Let's procrastinate a bit more. Put that there. Opposite sides, we've now got the number on. Duplicate symmetry. Yeah, I'm thinking actually we will get rid of that. Yeah. Weirdly, I wonder how that will look. Because this is an Italian car brand. I quite like that. Weirdly, I quite like that. Bit offset as well. So, get us in the right state. So, pop that there. It's kind of taking an idea from Red Bull. Just get the prancing horse on its own. I don't want a prancing horse, but with no white on it. Just a black horse. That might work. I just made it a little bit smaller. to move on to there. Ooh. That's a tough one. Why is it doing that? I don't know. This is a conundrum I cannot solve with my brain tonight. Alright, come out of this, we'll delete that. I kind of like the Italian flag at the back, I don't know why. I'm coming back round to the red. I feel like the black is too black, if that makes any sense. Because the other option we could potentially do is, if I can find it, it's a pain. I could duplicate layer, move the layer up, shrink it down a bit more, then duplicate layer, move that up to here. Okay. Duplicate that layer. For goodness, press the right button. There we go. Right. Thank you very much, Elliot, for the inspiration. Okay, that. There. That I quite like. So what we need to do is, yep, and then use so many layers with this. Okay, okay. Still ignoring the stripes that I've nearly done, but don't really want to do, kind of thing. What if I... Yep. Let's go with straights rather than fancy. It's getting there slowly but surely. Okay. Move that below Unicredit. Oh, whilst I'm here, I can correct these. I can then duplicate, change colour, shrink it down a little bit. Okay, maybe not that. Out of that, so we got that. That kind of works. Ish. That looks better. Damn it. Right, okay. Back to the drawing board. So, straight lines are not going to help us. Alright, this might take some time, I think. Oh, this is taking ages. Can we find something else that will fit? That's not going to work either. Oh no! If we found something that's going to be a killer. This flipping curve. What is this too much of a curve? We take something like that. I feel like too much of a curve. Like if we go up to the next one, that's too much. Look at patterns. Let's just, if we've got a slight curvature of anything. Come on. Anything at all. Oh, it's going to be a bit too rough and ready. I feel like I'm making a mountain out of a molehill here, but this is the only thing I can kind of see myself being able to get this done. That just too on the nose. This will then Okay. Okay, and we get. Oh, this is going to be tough. Where is it? There we go. Bad. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. Okay. Hang on a minute. Is there? Do we have a trapezium? We don't, do we? That'd be really helpful. Trapezoid? Could use one of these actually. If that will do anything. Alright, that's going to come out. Perfect, right, that's in place. So if I duplicate that symmetrically, duplicate that symmetrically, then duplicate that symmetrically, duplicate that symmetrically, and finish. Hang on a minute. Get that symmetrically. Yep, and then duplicate that symmetrically. Delete that. Duplicate that symmetrically now. That will give us what we want, a bit more. Right, we're almost there. We're almost home. We've got all this over a bloody white red stripe. This is ridiculous. Duplicate. Change color. There we go. And do that symmetrically off. is it? There is a black line which is slightly out of alignment. Up to the top. I think that's going to do it for me. Right, in so doing, we now need to go into here. We need to find Richard Mill and IR. So, Richard, there we go. And we want Miller or Mill? Mill. Boom. Go with black. Or do we want to be just here underneath? We want to be in the line. I think just underneath will be better. Perfect. Then we need out here. Is it triple IR? So let's just try that, shall we? That's what we want. Click onto that. There we go. No, we don't want that symmetrically. Boo. Delete that. And then we need to just do it opposite. Do that. And then, yeah. Perfect. That's that there. Is Ferrari still in the history? Yes, it is. That one. Duplicate opposite. Realise the yellows aren't matching. Now C, annoyingly. Oh, we're almost there. And we want... Right. Right, one I B M. This side. And like works here. Okay, this is all starting to come together here. We literally have just spotted one section I need to sort. With that, I also then need to move that down right at the bottom, see what happens. That needs to move up above that. Perfect, there we go. We then go into here, I'm going to duplicate that. Turn it red. Oh, hang on a minute. I've just done it on the opposite side, haven't I? Boo. Right, go into here. Duplicate. Change colour. Excellent. Duplicate symmetrically. Where is it? There it is. Duplicate symmetrically. We've got it. There we go. Top would look good in black. That's the thing. It would. Sorry, I've just spotted you right, Ben. So 6 minutes late here. The top would look good in black. It is, but I'm trying to make the HP logo less rubbish. Because it would look good in black. I also need to, I'm so close to getting this finished. So also, before we even go back to the HP logo, let's correct some stuff here. So first of all, let's, not these, not Unicredit, not SCG. Let's go with Genesis. Switch that to a black. There we go. Really. Because then the logos pop a bit more. Helping those sponsors. Bing. No, don't duplicate. We want that in black as well. Yeah, this is already looking better with the black. Then yeah. We want to change the IBM, or is that good different? No, let's keep it all matching, I think. We're almost there. We're going to need to change that colour as well. I was going to try and keep it in that Ferrari colour, but I think the lighter yellow is even better in all fairness. Yeah, that already looks better at the front. See, right, Ben, as you've now 76ers fan, go you, man. Now you've pointed out the white, I feel like I need to do something with it. Also, I've spotted I need to readjust. There we go. Yeah, I think we need to keep this all universal. Anything that's on the yellow needs to be in black. So. I'm not sure if there's a rule if they have to be white or anything. I don't think they do. As long as just they're viewable, I think that's the main thing. Where are you? On. Oh, there we go. Boom. Get that changed there. But yeah, the whole purpose of this is I don't like the Ferrari livery. I feel like they tried to go for like a nostalgic flip back, and it looks a bit meh. And I've always liked the idea of a yellow Ferrari. Alright. Honestly, I think... Oh, you know what we haven't done? Right. Other... Add... It is... Is Unicredit still on the history? No! Yeah. There we go. There's another one down the side there. I've just spotted another Unicredit. My goodness. There we go. That's weird. They have these offset things. Why is there like a hole this side? Either way, right? Okay. I'm not sure about these black lines over the vents. What? Okay, good. Another layout. Walk this triangle here. No, it's not going to be the triangle that we want. Let's move this bottom. That's yellow. Yes! Right. That's a lot better. I like that. Good, good. Hmm. Interesting. Ugh. Hmm. First of all, before I readjust that, well, I have sad news. I just lost my Gran Turismo 3 saves for the game. I just finished all the No! No! Is this on an emulator or have you got the OG console? Because that's not good. I got the blue cube of death. We shall salute you, Gran Turismo 3, for your old saves. On the positive side, you got the opportunity to do it again. OG PS2, 8 MB. Well, first of all, well done for having a PS2 that's still running. That is brilliant. See, for me, I only came into PlayStation at the PS3 level. I wasn't no OG PS2. Right, there is no way for me to unfudge this, unfortunately. So what I'm going to have to do is do some delicate ribboning. I know, but that was what I was going to do first. I want to risk it because we're so close to the end now of this. Will this look better? With a blue ring around it. I don't know whether that's disgusting or not. Had to kick my... Oh no. About the fat SOP PS2. Yeah. Just a video game. That is a very kryptonite response. I don't know. Does that look good? Blue or black there? It would be happy with the sponsors. I told her, be glad you're not my wife. Oh, he's in now. He's in now. Oh, I did think about a red. Yes, I'm going red. So in so doing, let's go right up to the top. Find this. No. Yeah. Come on, why is this hard to do? Divorce is a lot, my friend. Fair play, fair play. What if I just this in first, just to give us a bit more bulk? Really? Oh, no worries, all good, my man. I just have a bit of a high filter, so people who are not a fan of swearing, they can still enjoy the stream as well. All good, my friend. Oh, this is all the fiddly stuff I hate. There's probably like master livery creators who are like, no, you don't need to do that. You're being stupid, but oh, round we go, round we go. You know what? Let's just. Apologies if I'm not. Oh, okay. That'd be wicked, actually. That would be so good. Honestly, the other day, actually, I was I played Watch Dogs on PS2. It was quite nice, but crikey, can you tell that like text moved on? Come on. You know. Actually, you know what? Maybe I just need to think it down. Boom. Just going to do this in bits. We're so close to finishing. Guys, I think we've done it. I mean PS3. Yes, on PS3, yeah. Not on PS2, yeah, PS3. I played that a while back again. PS2's pre before I moved to PlayStation. I was PC, then I was Xbox, and then I moved to PlayStation around PS3. Fully committed to PlayStation PS4. Ladies and gents, I think we're done. I think what I need to do is double check everything here now. Honestly, That is a Ferrari I could get behind. A nice yellow Ferrari. Right, what we do need to do, though, is need to go to paint. There we go. Slightly paler yellow on that one. It's more like the Modena one. I think we're done. Would you look at that? Right, well, first of all, after all that pain and agony... Yeah, can we change the wheels? Racing options. I remember where this goes. Oh, you don't even have the Pirelli ones? That's rubbish. Right, well, we'll do Goodyear, because that's old school. Right. I have also realised I have missed through there, but honestly, if we just put that into the same position, I already think that's a lot better. Too much white on the original one. Watch Dogs on PS2, that would be so many pixels. So many pixels. But I would say that is a better looking Ferrari, in my opinion. A yellow Ferrari. I can get behind that. In so doing, let us save. Yellow Ferrari. There we go. Get that saved. And we will close and apply. I am missing two sponsors, but I'm not going to lose sleep over that. I am then going to take some pictures. I think it's got to be at Monza. I don't think we have Maranello. Let's come out of here. Head over to Scapes. And we need to go to, not all spots. Arena. All spots. Country of region. Where's Italy? Italy. Circuit. Home straight. Give this a whirl. Super formula. No, not feeling this, not feeling this. We need pit lane. Manufacturer, super formula, pick the car. Right, then we need filters. Or lo-fi brings it out a lot. Filter. Clear skies. Keep it nice and simple. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a yellow Ferrari. I'm very happy with that, actually. Very, very happy. Share that. Right, let's get rid of this. If you want to see any of my Scapes on Gran Turismo, always check the tag FSP. And yellow. Nice. We need to get some more snappy snaps of that. Alright, back. Just going to get these done right, and then boom. This will be good. And perfect. Nice. I'm happy with that. Right, with that, guys, I'm going to bring the stream to an end. It overran because that took ages. I want to return to the spot screen. There we go, back through that. So let's now do what we always do at the end of these, or end of my streams, which is we are going to spin the wheel of destiny. There we go. Interact with it to see what we're going to do next round. No, livery. If it gets to livery photos again, we will remove it. I swear we did circuit experiences recently. Let me just check. So, if we go to my subscription, live. Hang on a minute, I'm on the wrong one. Overview channel. We'll view it. Right, we've done. No, that's lives. Right, stream 1 was beauty challenges, I think. Then this was spin the wheel for training. Then did weekly races. We then did circuit experiences the week before that. So that needs to be removed. Right, let's just keep spinning. We'll get it somewhere. Cup complete. There we go. So we'll be doing cup complete next round. So that's what we're going to be doing. So we're going to go through to see what cups we can complete there. So let's do a test and have a look at what we've got already. So we go over to the cup completes quickly, and then we're going to go for a raid. Let's look at world circuits. Once we're in the world circuits, we will. So we are going to be going to Clubman 700. That's what we're doing. And we are going to be starting off with Clubman 700 American at the high speed one. We need to do that. And then that will complete it. Recommended car. Oh, interesting. So we've got that there. And we're going to be heading through these. Through down to the low percenters as well. So after that, we've got 50% of the Porsche ones there. So that's not many of those done. So that is Catalonia. Okay, interesting. So we've got a few there. We have got a few there. So, right, now we've gone through all that stuff. Let's now go for a little raid. First of all, big thank you to... let's do an order. Elliot GT7, who came into the chat. Thank you very much. As well as RightBen76ers, as well as the Nutty Trucker 95. Thank you so much for joining us on stream today. Nutty Trucker, I hope commiserate you on the loss of your GT3 saves. But right, let's do a little raid. Little raidy pops, as it were. Is Drew actually online? Because usually he's late every time he says that. There we go, he is. We're going to go over to some EA Sports WRC with Drew. It's Monday Night Club and Crashing. That is what he's going to be doing there. So let me chuck you over to there. Again, thank you so much for joining us. I'll be back on Monday, 6 PM at British Standard Time for a bit of Cup Complete, as it were. In so doing, I'm now going to hand you over to Drew. You're in capable hands. He is a partially sighted streamer, fantastic racer. Let me see if I can just give him a shout out. Oh, this always takes ages. Droopy Designs, Bosch. Is that going to do it? Perfect. Shout out was given. Joining us and following. Yes, indeed. So I'll just chuck it over to Drew. For the rest of you, thank you so much for joining. If you're on YouTube, camera's over here. If you're on YouTube, streams comes to a close. If you're on Twitch, we're going to be moving over to the fantabulous Drew. So thank you very much for joining us tonight. See you next week for some Cup Completes, and keep racing and have a great week. Enjoy. Right, I say all of that and I'm not even ready to switch over to the right slide. There we go. See you in a few, guys. Have a good one.
Oh dear.